I picked the most powerful one, the merman, but he said I wasn't gentle enough for him. He fell for Suhi the moment he saw her, and at the clan tournament, just to shield Suhi from harm, he stood there and watched me get torn apart by the other beast men. Then I got a second life. Fine, if no one wants me, this time I went for the White Tiger, the one Suhi had her eye on before. The White Tiger clan's loyalty was exactly what I wanted, but after I bonded with him, sure, he was loyal all right. Loyal to Suhei, same as always. To break our bond, he cut off his own hand, just so he could kill me himself. With my last breath, I demanded an answer. If you didn't want this, why didn't you just say no? He just stared at me, cold as ice. I just needed someone to get me out of that beast arena, that's it. And Suhi stood right there, putting on her little act. He was going to come for me, you know? You just got there first. If it weren't for you, we could have bonded. I died with nothing but rage. And then, again, I came back. Again. This time I swore. I am not picking anyone even remotely connected to Suhi. I wandered through the beast groups, back and forth, but nothing felt right. My father watched me inside. Ah, Ching, haven't found anyone you like? The merman and the White Tiger both seem solid to me. The merman clan is incredibly powerful. Bond with one and your cultivation will level up fast. The White Tiger already carries divine beast blood, decisive in battle, strong in both offense and defense. He's no slouch either. I shook my head like crazy. I've already tried both of them. Yeah, they're both strong, all right. Which is exactly why my deaths were anything but peaceful. Father sighed. If you don't choose this time, you'll have to wait another 4 years. 4 years might not sound like much, but for cultivators like us, that gap can become impossible to close. Father had always said he had no other heirs. The clan leader seat would be mine one day. But this world respects strength above all else. Even if Father wanted to pass it down to me, I'd still need the power to back it up. The merman and the White Tiger. Father had handpicked them both for me. Either one would be a huge asset. Every other beast out there was just average. That was exactly why I'd been going back and forth between these two for 2 lifetimes. I let out a long sigh. But to break the cycle, these two were completely off the table. I turned and looked around, reaching toward a golden lion nearby, when a cold, slick tail coiled tight around my wrist. At the same time, a voice suddenly rang out in my head. Enough, you're seriously ticking me off. Do you even know how to pick a spirit beast? I looked down in shock. A jet black little snake was holding its head high, glaring at me with those cold, golden slit eyes. What are you looking at? Am I really worse than those 2 idiots? Pick me. I am not going through another rebirth with you. I glanced around to make sure, and once I confirmed it was really him, I cut my fingertip and let the blood drop onto his forehead. A surge of energy rose out of nowhere. The bond was sealed, but the little snake was still a snake. Normally, once the bond is complete, the beast transforms immediately. He just smugly slithered up my arm and curled around my shoulder, tongue flicking out. What, I haven't fully recovered yet. Obviously, I can't transform right now. Father watched me bond with a tiny snake that looked like it had 0 spiritual power, and just shook his head helplessly, just like the past lives. Next up was my senior sister. She'd lost her parents young, and was taken in by my family. My parents treated her exactly the same as they treated me. The moment Suhi stepped out, looking stunning as ever, I couldn't help but glance at the little snake on my shoulder. Like she could read my mind, she scoffed in my head. Trash like that, please, I wouldn't even look twice. Only those 2 morons would fall head over heels for her, and end up throwing their lives away for that woman. Then, as if remembering something, she paused, and her tone turned sharp. Your stupid spirit core happens to be aligned with mine. So we got force-locked into the same cycle of death and rebirth. I've had to come back twice because of you. Both times right when I was about to ascend to greatness. Absolutely infuriating. I honestly had no idea about any of this. I asked carefully, bracing myself. You're not here to get revenge on me, are you? I said it, but I already knew the answer. There was no way he'd actually do that. If he killed me, he'd probably just get dragged into another rebirth with me. So not only would he not kill me, he'd have to protect me. That thought hit me, and I couldn't help but smirk. I looked over and caught his same smug little expression. Tiny head held high. I can't be bothered to waste my time on you. His gaze shifted toward Suhei, a glint of mischief in his eyes. So now that you skipped both the merman and the White Tiger, who do you think Suhi's gonna pick? Honestly, I was curious too. Both lives before, I picked first and she got whoever was left. So they both assumed, if I hadn't gotten there first, Suhi would have chosen them. This time I left both of them for her. Which one did she actually want? Suhi stood before the merman and the White Tiger, visibly torn, while both beasts looked at her with barely hidden hope. Both of them were gifted cultivators, striking in appearance. Being chosen by her would clearly mean a lot to them, but a human can only ever bond with one beast. She had to pick exactly one. The White Tiger had a sharp, cold look, towering and proud. The merman was hauntingly beautiful, almost ethereal. Suhi only hesitated for a moment, before pointing at the White Tiger. You. She was just about to cut her finger, when the merman grabbed the hem of her dress. My lady, please don't pick me. I'm strong, I can protect you. Watching him grovel like that, I flashed back to my first life. His cold face as he shoved me aside to let the others tear me apart, all for Suhi. Rage started rising in me. But Gujuyu's voice cut through immediately, dripping with contempt. That pathetic fish, you were just blind those first 2 lives. He's not even worth one of my scales. Nothing but an ungrateful little snake, and no offense. Once your power grows, just cut them all down. Done. Gujuyu let out a sharp, disdainful hiss, oozing contempt. Meanwhile, the merman was still staring at Suhi with puppy dog eyes, desperately making his case. That White Tiger may be fierce, but he doesn't know how to be gentle. I'm powerful, and I'll help you grow stronger every step of the way, my lady. The White Tiger's wild eyes locked onto Suhei. You really want to go with that cold fish? The Tiger clan rules over all beasts. We are built for war. Once I awaken my bloodline further, I can bend fate itself. That fish demon doesn't come close. The 2 beasts fighting over her had the whole clan craning their necks to watch. Suhi looked genuinely flustered. She let out a soft sigh. You're both incredible, but a person can only bond with one beast in their lifetime. I really don't know how to choose. Then she suddenly looked up at me. Junior sister, if it were you, what would you do? The moment she said it, every single pair of eyes in the room turned to me. If I hadn't lived through those 2 lives, I might have thought Suhi was genuinely asking for help. Not a chance I'm letting myself be a piece in her game again. I smiled. Oh, I couldn't possibly say. Senior sister, just go with whatever feels right to you. Suhi tilted her head, thinking for a moment, then pointed at the white tiger again. You, I choose you. She glanced at the merman with an apologetic look. You're wonderful too. I'm sure someone from the clan will choose you. The merman's eyes went dim. He was led away by other clan sisters shortly after. Once Suhi completed her bond with the white tiger, he transformed into his human form. He immediately took Suhi's hand and walked straight toward me, putting on that innocent wide-eyed look, and the little snake curled on my shoulder.